6.5 lakh crore rupees of selling is done by FI in last 4 years. I'm talking about from January 2020 to October 20, November 2024, and you can see 6.5 lakh. It's a big amount. Even in this year only, already they crossed around 2.65 lakh crore rupees of saving. I think this is one of the highest. I think by the time of December, I think this is one of the highest, no, selling done in a particular year. In 2022, almost 2.78 lakh crore rupees of selling was done, but I think that record will be broken this time. So let us understand why such big selling is happening, and is it like FI is not going to come back? Because earlier FII holding in the Indian stock market was around 18 percentage plus. Now it is reducing, and DI was much lesser. Now DI is actually surpass FI holding. DI is already holding around 18% in Indian market, and FII is lower than DII. What is happening here? See, happening is that no, in last 4 years, no, they are constantly selling. The reason is, of course, there may be many reasons, and but the particular nature of FI is such that they are going here and there, means they come in the market fast, they come out from the market very fast. They like a chameleon, no, they can change colors anytime. And this is the type of FI we are talking about. FI, if we talk about some of the figures, I want to put against, so you'll come to know what type of selling is done. So if I talk about this year, as I already told you, around 2.65 lakh crore rupees of selling already done this year by the time I'm recording this video. And by the time of December, I think it will cross around, maybe around, we don't know, but maybe around 2.8 lakh crore something. Even last year it was very less, around 16,000 crore rupees of selling. 2022, again it was 2.78 lakh crore rupees of selling. In 2020 was 91,000 crore of selling. So overall the year, 6.5 lakh. Now if you talk about, no, which are the funds are getting out now, see why the selling price is there, because some of the funds are getting out very fast in Indian market from like 7 to 8 weeks. That is Indian dedicated funds, which are the funds, dedicatedly putting in India. There are a lot many ETF and okay, exchange traded funds, and also no, lot many mutual funds out overseas, they invest in India. FIs invest in India, and there are India dedicated fund. So in last, if you talk about 5 weeks, the outflow is almost 4,888 crore. Okay, in that large cap there is almost 3,000 crore rupees of selling, and mid cap is around 1,800 of crore of selling. So across there is a dedicated funds, India specific fund are taking money out. When we talk about in last 7 weeks also, there is almost a like, you can say, no, a big flow is coming back to US actually. Almost 2,84,000 crore rupees of buying is happening in US funds. Now that after the election, in last 5 days only, actually 1 week only, it is almost more than 40,000 crore rupees of buying already done in US market. We'll talk about the reason, of course, in detail about what is the reason and all that. But yes, this is what type of buying, FI is going back to the, you can say, the US base. Even when we talk about US domiciled funds, they have done almost 3,200 crore rupees of selling. Ireland fund already done 2,000 rupees crores of selling in India. And the reasons are major, various, and we'll talk about the reasons one by one. But just to make you understand what type of selling is done in India. Now you may say, अपन अगर इतना selling हो गया है तो market क्यों भाग रहा था अभी तक? In last 4 years, FI is selling almost 6.5 lakh crore. Then guys, understand DI has bought almost 10 lakh crore rupees of buying in India. 10 lakh crore is a big amount. So it is almost 1.4 times or 1.5 times of what the FI selling has already done. And that's why India is stabilizing. Even if you see 2.65 lakh crores of selling this year by FII, but you see Indian funds has done almost 4.6 lakh crore of buying. So almost double buying कर चुके already Indian DI against the FI this year only. When we talk about 2024, last year it was 1.8 lakh, 2022 it was 2.75 lakh, and 2021 it was almost 94,000 crore rupees. So if FI is selling, DI is buying, and this is where the stability there in Indian market. Okay, now let us understand what are the various reasons why this type of selling is happening, and the reason is lot many. Okay. First of all, people are saying okay that fund is going to China. Yes, going to China, but if you see in last 2 weeks, now that is a surprising data. We think that fund is going to China, but in last 2 weeks, if you can see the uh, uh, total 2 billion inflow tha, basically 2 billion of inflow was happen in China funds. Out of that, 19.2 billion actually already, sorry, 19.2 inflow billion inflow was there in China. My mistake. And 2 billion outflow has happened in last 2 weeks. So in last 2 weeks, again there is an outflow from China market. Okay, so out of 19.22 billion already now moving back to USA or maybe European market, where there is a much more better condition. And these all are, whichever fund is going back is nothing but the US funds. Okay, similarly for you can say similarly trend we can see visible in China plus Japan also. Okay, again if you see here that no, one thing is for sure, all these funds are going for a particular reason, and there are many reasons. We'll talk in detail. So there are few reasons. First of all, the reason is of course the election happened. Okay, and now in this election, if you see now, as the Trump won the election, there are lot much of optimistic in China, or sorry, in USA. You know the Tesla gone up a lot, 44%, because Elon Musk basically supported Trump a lot, and now it's like a, no, it's like a victory of Elon Musk only. Okay, so and now everyone is thinking that overall China will. Sorry, my mistake. I'm repeatedly telling you China, but it is USA. But so everyone is thinking that USA will be doing quite well. Okay, and that is what is happening currently, and fund is going back to USA because they feel their country is much more safer. Again the dollar is getting stronger and stronger. So if dollar is getting stronger, and if you are investing in other countries, and if the dollar remains stronger there, and the currency goes weaker, no, the other country currency, then they will lose. So as the US dollar is getting stronger because the Trump has come into power, again there is a fear, and that's why money is flowing back to USA. Plus US interest rate is much more, I think you know that 4.3 bond yield is there, and they feel that no, this type of return if you are getting in USA, why you have to stay in India. That is also one of the reason of why the funds are going, that they had the prospects, they feel that is much better. Again Trump dominated companies are doing very well. And you know now it's the last term of Trump. And again no, yesterday, if you know, no, he has created a department where he has appointed Elon Musk and Ravi Ramaswamy, no, as a head of, no, to bring the efficiency in the government, cost cutting and all that. Okay, so now Elon Musk is in government directly. Again the thing is, everyone is thinking that okay, China is the factor, but honestly speaking, now it looks like that because US economy is actually coming up, and everyone felt that no need to go to some other country, let us invest in our country. And that's why almost 2.8 lakh crore rupees of buying happening in US market only. US market is touching all time high every day. Last 1 year is like a crazy return US market has given. And that is what you have to keep note of it. Against that, what is happening in India? In India, the quarterly results are not coming at all. No, means not at all good. This quarter to financial 25, one of the worst result in recent time. Even the Jeffries told almost they downgraded 63% of the companies of coverage. कि भाई इतना अच्छा आ नहीं रहा है result, and they are downgrading some of the stocks. So when you have this type of things happening, no, where India is also struggling with the quarter result, and that extra premium was given to India because the see when you are giving an extra premium, you should perform accordingly. If there is a drop in your performance, of course the fund will flow out of India, and that is what is happening in India. Okay, so in China, again China में भी fund जा रहा है, ऐसा नहीं है. Some of the fund is going to China also and Japan also. But now it looks like the majority funds are going back to India, sorry, in the USA. And that you have to keep in mind, because at the end of the day, everyone has a fear, okay, something goes wrong in the other country, how, what will happen, and my currency will go down and all that. That's why this, if you talk about this FI are always like a, as I told you, like a chameleon. भाई अपना रंग बदलते रहेंगे, कभी आएंगे कभी चले जाएंगे. So you cannot rely on them. And the way the last 4 years, 6.5 lakh crore is a big amount. That shows that now we are depending much more on the domestic flows compared to the FI flows. But what happens when FI sell? FI normally sell, like when they sell, they start selling left, right, center. They don't see the price. They call their dealer and they sell it at any price. When DI buys, they see the price and then they buy. That's why there will always be a gap on selling and buying. And when the selling pressure comes, of course the market goes down. So that you have to keep in mind, when you are talking about all this type of selling pressure and all that. See, this all this, why I'm trying to convey you is that this type of pressure is there in the past also, from last 4 years. But one thing I want to tell you, if you take any year's history over the past history of 10 years, 20 years, whenever there is a big selling pressure from FI, coming few quarters is always good for the Indian economy and Indian stock market specifically. So if you see the trend, if you talk about 2012, 16, 18, even 2008, this type of flow is happening. No, it's similar to the 2008 flow. तो उसके बाद इंडियन मार्केट ने बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है. So let us take encouragement through that, and no, let us start thinking in a positive way. Yes, things will be much better, and still the retail flow is there. SIP is touching, monthly SIP already touched 25,000 crore rupees. So it is touching all time high. Okay, earlier it was 16,000 crore rupees, अभी 25 हो गया. तो ऐसा नहीं है ना कि भाई रिटेल इन्वेस्ट आ नहीं रहे. They are coming here. Okay, and that is what you have to think about it. So DI is always a supportive. They are taking all the pain and they are investing. So let us bet on them. Okay, FI जाएंगे तो जाएंगे, बस मेरे और आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है. If they want to go, they will go. We cannot control that. Only thing is, whenever there is a selling pressure from FI, of course market is react, but over the time market has done well only. So guys, this is what I want to convey you guys. Hope you like this video, guys. Do like it and share it to everyone, and do join our Telegram channel. Click the link and do join it, guys. Today we are going to have a special session, a workshop on how to select a good quality stock. Do attend it. Link is given below, and I'll see you soon there. And put your question and whatever you have in the comment box. See you in the masterclass. See you then. Bye bye.